gonna be doing another Nidalee guide. The first one was a lot of people actually enjoyed it. Uh, some didn't, but that's okay. Um, so basically, this one is going to be, I think, the not the last, but I think this will be like the base guide that I think will be the best for Nidalee. I've been doing pretty well with it. Uh, I think I've won 5 out of my 6 last rank games. Uh, so I think this is pretty much as good as I think I can get it. Um, there's still like situational stuff because of the tree and everything, but I'm just gonna quickly go over this because a lot of people are saying uh, don't spend as much time on the trees and masteries and runes and whatever. Okay, so Fury, obviously. This one's situational. If you're gonna win the lane, 100%. Like this is a lane Nidalee, Bruiser Nidalee does well into. Double-edged sword. If not, just take Feast. Natural talent, again, helps AP AD. Okay, this no. Bounty Hunter. Now this one was basically due to the fact that um, because of the build that I do now, the new build that I'm doing, that seems to work almost like 100% of the time. Uh, but obviously I'm not playing in Challenger or whatever, so uh, but not in Bronze, so yeah. So this is useless basically on the new build that I'm doing. Um, so just Bounty Hunter because you don't really have another option. Now this one is still like I'm kind of still playing around with it. It's kind of 50-50 what is better, what like if you should put all the points into the magic pen, have some in the armor pen, but for now this is what has been working the best. Um, and basically, just so I can quickly say it because there was a question about it and stuff. So, um, the reason Magic Pen is actually good is because when you're in Cougar form, your Sheen proc on Triforce or Iceborne, whatever you want to get, maybe you don't even get it for whatever reason, but um, when you're in Cougar form, the damage you deal is magic damage on the Sheen. If you're in human form and you auto, obviously, that's physical damage. So most of the time when you Q in, you're gonna transform E, or sorry, transform Q. So the Q damage is converted into magic because you're in Cougar form. So yeah. And then Arm Pen is obviously just good because there's a lot of bruisers and stuff, so going tanks, and that just really helps in the early game. Favorite for battle, uh, not really much to say. So you stack it really fast, W stack everything, just like last time. Uh, so this one is like kind of an optional, whatever you want to get. So recovery, I just think is better because of the build again. Um, Tough skin, I think is a little better than this. Um, but again, this you could switch this as interchangeable. Whatever the situation comes up, whatever they're playing, stuff like that. Um, so yeah, they're both good, just so you know. Don't feel like you have to take tough skin in every single matchup, no matter what, because it's not necessarily the case. Runic armor is going to be better with this build. The healing is a lot better with your E, and then insight is just going to be better. Uh, so basically, the two that you could do is let me just get rid of these. So the other one would be uh, this. So the movement speed is good, getting back to lane and all that kind of stuff is really good, chasing someone down if you're not getting hit. Uh, this is obviously just good because potions. With the early game, because you're not going to be taking the flask, you don't really need that. Um, so yeah, this is just helps you in lane. Uh, this is obviously good because of your Q does percent damage as well, so this just kind of helps. Dangerous game, obviously. So that's the masteries. And I mean, if you want to argue whatever about what you think is better, then by all means, just put in the comments, and I will um, let you know if what you're doing is actually correct or if what I'm doing I think is better. So let's just move on to the runes really quick. So the runes, I think I changed it up from the first one. Yeah, I did. Okay, so just 2 attacks sequence, physical damage, then flat AD, flat armor, and this is ability power. So if you look at what I actually put it as, this is if you're against someone with AD, so not heavy magic damage, obviously, and like tanks that are also AD. So I wouldn't run this like versus Mundo, for example. Um, then the other one is going to be this. So the attack speed again, the physical damage again, flat armor. Then this is where I just put straight up magic resist, and this is going to be versus the magic damage, obviously. So this would be like versus Mundo. Okay. So now this is the new build. So again, Doran's, cloth, then pots, all that good stuff for starting. Um, Now, I don't want to go into much detail about this stuff because uh, there was a lot of comments saying, "Oh, it's too long. You don't have to be that in depth with just the items and all that kind of stuff." So um, this will be. I'll just quickly go over everything. So Sork boots, magic pen, it's really good. Um, so yeah, just good for magic pen. Triforce is buffed in the crit area, and overall, just the stats on it are just kind of perfect for Nidalee. And this is why I don't take let me oppressor, because I don't go Iceborne anymore, so the slow doesn't matter. So basically, how this is gonna work is you go straight into Triforce after Doran's, a couple Doran's, or like cloth or whatever. Um, the only problem with cloth is you're gonna sit on it for a while until you get Randuin's. Um, so straight into Triforce, Triforce into a pair of boots, and then straight into Static Shiv. And from here you get Sork shoes. From there, you're basically at like a complete power spike. By this time, it should be around 20, 20-ish minutes. And at this point, usually the games are heavy team fights or whatever, or games soon to be ending because that's how the games are working now. Um, So to quickly just explain so you guys don't get bored or whatever, Static Shiv, the damage it does is actually magic damage, so that's why Sork Boots is good. Um, the crits is obviously really good, uh, tied in with the Triforce, so you land like actually a lot of crits. Um, Also, the wave clear is actually really strong. They buffed it. Uh, I think it's this patch they buffed it, yeah. And yeah, so good for just split pushing. What Nidalee really good at, gives you movement speed, along with Triforce. And yeah, so this has worked really well. This is kind of the same logic with Sork shoes and Static Shiv on Shaco, where you would, uh, yeah, you just basic attack and it would deal a crap ton of damage. It's that kind of logic. Then Spirit, Spirit's always good. Random Omen, I don't really have to explain these. And then if you need more magic, then personally I'd go Unholy. The cooldown's really good since you're not taking any. Um, oh yeah, sorry if I sound like stuffy or whatever. I'm kind of sick. Um, the man regen, magic resist, the ability power. This is really good. You could also go Maw. It's kind of debatable. I feel like it's a weaker version of Unholy in the sense of, first of all, price, and second of all, just the stats itself. I feel Unholy is just, it ties in way better. And yeah, that's basically going to be the new guide. Again, this has worked for me like incredibly well. Um, if you want, I'll be streaming hopefully Thursday as well as Friday, and I'm gonna be doing this build obviously, and you guys can see um, exactly uh, what I do and whatnot, and you guys can ask questions. Maybe I change something up, you can see it, uh, what I do, that kind of stuff. I'm also gonna put up a video, I think, of a game where I use this and the build and everything, and I want to show you guys um, how effective the build is, even if the rest of your team is kind of lacking, if that makes any sense. I don't really want to spoil the game, so uh, I just want to show kind of the power of what this build, masteries, runes, all that kind of stuff, what this can actually do. Because just looking at it, especially the item set, you might think you're an idiot, and this is like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But if you haven't tried it, I wouldn't say it sucks until you tried it. Tried a couple games, maybe the first game you try it and you get blown out because of, I don't know, you're getting camped or something, and you're like, no, you're an idiot, this build sucks. But give it a couple tries. Um, Again, I think I'm gonna upload gameplay as well. I'm not sure if it's gonna be tied in with this commentary, but if it is, um, it'll probably be like a little bit later, so that's why this guide might seem long, but it's only been a couple, it's only been around 10 minutes or so. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. Comment if you actually use this, because I'm curious, because the last guide got around like 500 views or something, and I got like 3 comments. So I want to know if you guys use this build, what you think about the build, what you might have changed to think that, what you think is better. Cause yeah, I'm curious. I want to know. I'm not saying this is the exact build you should do every single game and play this and you'll be an elo god. I'm just saying this is what's been working for me, and a lot of you have been curious to know. And yeah, so I think if you use this, you will, I'm not going to say win more, but I feel like this is the more optimal build as of right now. So this is patch um, 523, and yeah, 523. And as of right now, with the meta and everything, I think this is the best build. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. Again, comment what you think about the build. If you tried it, let me know how you did. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And thanks for watching.